Hello and welcome to another CPAlead tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to manage your CPC traffic sources so you can maximize your profit. To get started, go to Sources from the left menu, then click on CPC Sources. First, you'll have to select a date range. So by default, we'll just use the last 7 days. And then select the CPC campaign you'd like to manage the sources to. For this tutorial, we'll use the Amazon one. Then click Submit. And here you'll see every single traffic source that has ever sent traffic to this campaign. And you'll see the number of clicks that they've sent and the type of tool that they've used to send traffic. And as you can see from this example, traffic ID 242408 sent 3 clicks of US traffic using a push-up ad as their monetization tool. Now, as you can see that there's other sources here too. You can sort by the number of clicks that you've received. You can sort by the cost, lifetime cost, and you can even set names to each one of these so you can keep track of them better. It's just for your own reference. And you even have the option of favoriting a traffic source and build basically a whitelist. And we'll get into that in a bit. But for right now, here's your traffic sources. If you don't like a traffic source, you have the ability to turn it off, and we'll simply just stop sending traffic immediately from that particular traffic source. And keep in mind, when you deactivate a traffic source, you only deactivate it for this campaign only. This traffic source may show up on another one of your campaigns, and the traffic from that traffic source may be compatible with, your other campaign and maybe not with this campaign. So that's why we do it that way. But if you choose to favorite a traffic source, then you're favoriting the publisher that is using that traffic source. So one publisher may have multiple traffic IDs. So for instance, this all could be the same publisher. And when you favorite a publisher, that's how you build a whitelist. And as you can see from the first option we have up here, you can choose to set this campaign to only use favorited traffic sources. That means that the campaign will only show up on tools for publishers that you have favorited. The next option here is auto deactivate by cost. So for this one, you can select, let's say $3, and then if any traffic source goes over $3, it'll automatically deactivate that traffic source. This will keep any one traffic source from draining too much of your balance, and will allow you to review the traffic source before you choose to enable it again. So this is kind of a great way to help you basically sleep throughout the night without having to worry that there's a traffic source draining your balance. And then here's another option to auto deactivate by profit margin. In order to use this feature, you'd have to incorporate our pixel, and you'd have to have full control of the lander of the offer that you're running. So basically, you could say every time the pixel goes off, you're earning $3, and so basically we'll look at the amount of money that you've spent versus the amount of money that you've made on that campaign, and we'll auto deactivate any traffic source that's not within the profit margin that you've set. And the last option here is to disable new traffic sources for 24 hours. Let's say you're going to be away from your computer, you don't have time to manage your traffic sources right now. You can turn this on, walk away from your computer, and not have to worry about any new traffic sources showing up on your campaign. Now the feature I like to discuss in greater detail is the option to only use favorited traffic sources. So as you can see here, we have the option to favorite. You can click on the star to favorite a traffic source. And it's important to keep in mind that when you favorite a traffic source, you're not just favoriting the ID, you're actually favoriting the publisher, and a publisher may have multiple traffic IDs because we create a new traffic ID for the publisher for every tool and campaign that they use. So if you set a campaign to only use favorited traffic sources, you may see new traffic IDs showing up, and that's because you favorited the publisher that's sending you this traffic, and the publisher may have 10, 100 different traffic IDs, but we created it this way because we figured that you trust the publisher if they're sending you traffic that's converting, and you want to use all of their traffic sources. We may add another feature down the road where you can actually disable some of the publisher's traffic sources and keep some of them enabled. But for now, to keep things a little less complicated, when you click the favorite button, you favorite the publisher. And what a lot of our advertisers do is that they'll have two campaigns running. They'll have one campaign that's sort of the run of network, so they're receiving all the traffic from all of our sources, and they kind of do that to sort of vet the sources to see which ones are converting. And the ones that are converting for them, they'll add to their whitelist, by clicking on the star button. And on the second version of the campaign, they'll choose to only use favorited traffic sources, and by doing that, they're only receiving traffic from the sources that they know convert. And a lot of our advertisers have reported back to us that this is the best method for maximizing their profits, and that's why I wanted to highlight this feature, because it's our most used feature, and it's probably the most useful feature as well. And as you can see, if this is the run of network campaign, and there's a source that's not profitable, you can just simply disable it. And then if a source is converting, you click on the star and favorite it. So that's how it's done on the run of network campaign. And then on the whitelist campaign, the one that's only using favorited sources, you wouldn't need to disable traffic sources because all the traffic sources have already been vetted from you. But if you want, you can. So let's say there was a source that you favorited that's sending you traffic that's no longer converting for your campaign. You can simply just click to disable it. So as a quick overview, it's best to create two of the same campaigns. First, you'll want to create a campaign that accepts traffic from all traffic sources. And then the second version of the campaign, you'll want to create it so it only uses the favorite traffic sources. So basically the ones that you vetted, and that way you can leave that campaign on with a higher budget and without any of these other features enabled to disable by cost or deactivate by cost, because you trust the traffic sources. You've already vetted the traffic sources. And the run of network campaign, you might want to have some of these other features enabled to make sure you only sample a small bit of each traffic from each source, so you can find the gems that are within there. If you have any questions, please submit a support ticket. Thank you for watching.